Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out 2 more episodes of Star Trek Voyager. Today with episodes 4 and 5 of Season 1, Phage and the Cloud. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm enjoying Voyager so far. Time and again, the last episode that I watched, I really loved it. The concept was cool, the characters were fun, the candy cane-ish, outfits were kind of interesting as well. But yeah, overall, I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the concept of being lost in space, lost in a new quadrant, and everything that they're coming across are completely new species, completely new scenarios, and I find that to be very fascinating. If you want to check out some more Star Trek Voyager, get ahead to my Patreon right now, where I am 3 weeks ahead of YouTube, which means on Patreon you can watch episodes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 all on Patreon for your viewing pleasure. There actually might be a slight caveat to that. I am going on a trip, and so you might actually not have that. You will get those episodes ahead of time on Patreon, but they might not be on Patreon when this episode hits YouTube. They might be on Patreon. There might be like a month break, and then those episodes will go on later, if that makes sense. And I say I'm going on a trip because I just want to apologize for the stuff on my bed right here. I don't know if you can see them in the camera or anything, but I just have clothes on my bed because I'm going on a trip to Uganda for a month to go teach in Uganda, which means I won't be able to do Star Trek Voyager reactions for the month of May. But when I get back in June, at the very start of June, then I'll be doing Voyager reactions again on the Patreon first, and then 3 weeks later they'll start to come back onto YouTube. Anyways, let's dive into this episode now. I hope you enjoy my reaction to episode 4 of season 1 of Star Trek Voyager, Phage.
We're on our way to a rogue planetoid, which Mr. Neelix tells us is an extremely rich source of raw dilithium. If he's right.
Tadpole ship.
Lieutenant Torres has already asked permission to start modifications to the auxiliary impulse reactor.
Let's let her do it.
Sometimes I think B'Elanna goes out of her way to find solutions that ignore Starfleet procedures.
I mean, she is Maquis.
I was thinking of having eggs Benedict with asparagus, strawberries and cream.
That sounds so nice.
I'm actually having ration pack number 5. Stewed tomatoes with dehydrated eggs.
Yes, that's my favorite ration pack. Oh my god, what are you doing? Are there no fire alarms on this ship?
So, I thought I'd use a few of the vegetables from the hydroponics bed.
I was gonna say, is this from a garden?
Gee, I had to completely reroute the mess hall power conduits and scrounge a lot of supplies.
I love his chef's hat, by the way.
A little spicy.
Neelix, who approved this?
Well,
I did.
no one.
I approved it.
You've noticed that cabin 125 Alpha, deck 2, is designated as the captain's private dining room.
That's so lame.
Rotate the Darvat fritters every 10 minutes until they turn a deep chartreuse. And remember, one to a customer.
Dude, I would not want to be him right now. Everything is on fire. Everything is burning.
I've been studying my tricorder operations manual. Lieutenant Torres has brought me up to date on dilithium geophysics. I've been preparing for this mission all...
No, this is a Neelix episode.
Very well, Mr. Neelix.
I'm excited for a Neelix episode.
And don't wander too far. Stay within a 50-meter radius of this position.
You know Neelix is gonna wander too far. What? What the flip? Huh? Was that like a, was that a ship? Like a hidden ship? Anyways, I need to figure out my theme song singing still. I still haven't thought of it 100%. So it's gonna be a little rough today. Star Trek Voyager. Oh, I think that might have been it. I don't know what to do after I say Voyager. Like, I feel like I need to just like start talking, but I want to listen to the music as well. So maybe I just do a little dance or something. You know what I mean? So still early stages of development, but I think I'm getting there. You know what I mean? I'm proficient at it now.
But there are no dilithium formations here. Have you found anything yet?
I'm running a geostrato analysis of the rock in this vicinity.
Good job, Harry.
Stay within the search radius. I'll be with you in a minute.
But it's right here.
It's right there, but they can't see it.
I'm in the cavern now, Commander.
It has to be the ship, right?
And yet, according to my readings, I should be surrounded by it.
All right, I've had enough of
Maybe
this.
the walls, it's like camouflaged. Maybe he's in like an engine room or something.
Helix, did you hear what I said?
Just 1 minute, Commander.
Oh my god, what the heck? What the heck? Who's behind you?
I know there's somebody.
Oh my god, you're doomed. Oh.
I can't be sure, but I think he's going into shock.
Oh my god. Ah, the doctor!
Yes, infuser.
What?
Equipment storage unit 2, second shelf on the left. Now!
It's crazy that no one has stepped up to be like a nurse for him or anything.
Stable for the next hour or so, but after that, he'll die.
What?
His lungs have been removed.
What? His lungs have been removed? What the heck?
It appears that Neelix was attacked. We don't know how it happened, but someone has surgically removed his lungs.
She looks like Asa Butterfield. I think someone in the comments said that she's the mother of a famous person who looks the same. And she looks like Asa Butterfield or whatever his name is.
Can't we fit him with a pair of artificial lungs?
His respiratory system is directly linked to multiple points along his spinal column.
So no.
I may be able to surgically reattach the organs if we get them back.
Looks like we gotta find Neelix's flippin' lungs, bro.
No, I'm afraid they didn't.
Fine, I'll run it myself.
Tom was sent to be the nurse, wasn't he actually? Because he had some medical knowledge.
According to his tricorder log, he was scanning this rock face when he detected the life sign.
Neelix said there was a life sign 2 meters.
I love the flashlights on their wrists.
There are no natural geological phenomena that could be creating this heat source.
So it's not natural then. I like Janeway. Whenever something stands in her way, she actually just goes to blast. You know what I mean? She goes to blast.
The design schematics are in the ship's medical database.
Oh, he doesn't know how to do it. Oh, Tom.
But if I can reconfigure my emitter array, I might be able to create a pair of holographic lungs for Mr. Neal.
Oh, that's interesting.
Holographic lungs?
How does that work?
We can precisely control his pulmonary functions to allow normal breathing.
Holographic
But a
lungs.
hologram
That's
is just
so
a projection
interesting.
of light held in a magnetic containment.
It can be physical though. Yeah, I was about to say. I'm glad that he got slapped.
No time to explain the exact procedure to you right now.
Oh, we'll make the time. Because I'm not gonna let you...
We're gonna make holograms in his body.
The risk is that it won't work. And if it doesn't, he'll die.
But he's gonna die anyways.
Perfectly aligned to his internal physiology, the computer won't be able to compensate for any body movement whatsoever.
Wow, so he has to be fully still.
And he will never be able to leave the holographic environment of this room. The hololungs would disappear the moment he went out the door.
That's so horrible. So he's gonna be trapped in this room, unable to move unless he gets his lungs back.
Wait, he'll still be alive.
Yeah, but is he
Maybe
really
we can
alive?
find a better solution.
He is alive, but is he really living? Okay, she's approved it. Let's go.
This room is the source of the dilithium signature we detected
What a
earlier.
cool room. They're like
The power system
things in jars.
This looks like some kind of storage facility.
Ooh, they're organ harvesters.
This appears to be a biological repository.
The colors back there are the same colors and kind of similar patterns to Quark's bar, which is kind of cool.
Epidermal tissue, ocular nerve fiber.
Save the cataloging for later,
I
too.
wonder what it's all for. Oh my god. Oh my god. That guy was unfazed by the phaser as well.
Voyager to Captain Janeway.
Go ahead.
We've just picked up an alien ship leaving the planet.
Oh, what? They're running.
Maximum warp.
Bye, Captain.
The music was good right then, you know? That was cool.
But I suppose it'll have to do. Initiating the holographic emitter array.
Wow. Holographic lungs.
95%.
He's coming back. He's coming back. Damn, holographic lungs, dude. That's awesome.
Try to breathe normally.
How long can I live like this?
Well, forever if you don't move.
Definitely. You mean I could be in here the rest of my life?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But we're trying to...
The doctor doesn't mince words, does he?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Neelix, not a decorator. Perhaps you would be willing to accommodate his aesthetic needs.
Why can't you dim the light?
Or better yet, are you programmed to sing?
That's patient care. He should be programmed to sing.
And the next thing I know, Paris is swooping in like a reptilian vulture.
Yeah, just an average day.
Why doesn't he just pull the plug on the holographic emitter and get it over with? Get me out of the way so he can have you all to himself.
Neelix, you're too far.
It's not you I'm worried about. It's him.
Why, you don't trust him?
Big hormone walking around the ship.
We did see that in the first episode, actually.
You should just let me die.
Stop that. We're going to get through this together.
Yeah, together.
1700 hours. Not a minute before.
I'll see you then.
I hope it's a comfortable position that he's in, you know what I mean? I feel like my
I'm
neck
not
would
going to
hurt.
kiss you. I'm only adjusting the restraint.
Oh my god, doctor.
More than a weapon. It's also a very sophisticated medical scanner and surgical instrument.
Yeah, so it probably beamed out the lungs.
And Gather puts a tricorder to shame. You fire this at someone, you learn everything about their anatomy.
That's cool.
Developed a technology specifically designed to locate and extract organs from other beings.
And they had this in jars.
It's approaching a large asteroid.
On screen.
It's entered the asteroid, Captain.
Hold position.
Is it hiding like the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars?
I think I've located where the alien ship entered. There's an open crater on the limb of the asteroid.
Let's go into the crater then. Can we fit in there?
How large is that crater?
200 meters in diameter.
We can get through.
Carefully, what you're about to do.
How do you know what I'm about to do?
It's pretty obvious.
4 years, which lead me to conclude you are about to take this ship inside the asteroid.
Which is awesome, by the way.
I've already considered other options. If Neelix has any chance of surviving, we have to act fast.
Yeah, let's go in.
Mr. Paris, lay in a course.
Dude, Janeway is all about action. She's pretty sick. That looks pretty awesome. That's actually really exciting, you know.
Kinetic interference is limiting our sensor range. I'm only able to scan 500 meters ahead of us.
That's okay. We can work with that.
Please, it's urgent.
Yes?
I have an itch.
Oh my god, I was gonna say, that's actually horrible.
A little higher.
What causes an itch, actually? What causes an itch? Is it just irritation?
Feel like I'm all alone.
You are all alone.
Okay.
Really starting to feel a little, trapped in here,
Oh my god. Yeah, I would feel super claustrophobic.
for the rest of my life. Aren't I? Just staring up at the ceiling.
You'll get the lungs. Janeway will get the lungs.
I really need to get out of this restraint. Doctor, I want you to let me out of this thing right now.
No, you'll die.
You know that's impossible.
I'm the patient. I know what my rights are.
Yeah, but you'll die.
To be released from this restraint immediately. Immediately!
No. No, you'll die.
Subject yourself to any additional stress. Try to calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down!
Oh, he's panicking.
Hollow lungs.
Oh my
I don't
god,
think
he's
they're
moved.
working.
He's moved.
Slow, natural breaths.
Oh my god.
Let me out of here.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. Wow, that was actually kind of terrifying. That was a good scene.
Thanks, Captain.
Sensors detect a large chamber ahead.
What the? I closed my eyes 1 second and yawned and there were 1,000 Voyagers.
Can you
That is
determine
so
which ship is
sick.
the real one?
It's like a mirror maze.
No, Captain. The walls are
We've also done a Voyager, second Voyager reflection before in the second episode.
Slowly. Mr. Kim, continuous scans.
Aye, Captain.
Wow, this is so cool.
You seem agitated about something.
Of course I'm agitated. This entire situation is getting out of control.
Oh, and he's just a hologram.
So I have to be on call 24 hours a day. And then they tell me there are no nurses, so I have no one to assist me.
Yeah, he's just frustrated and he's tired.
Like I said,
He's Tom Paris.
no one to assist me.
Yeah, exactly. He's Tom Paris.
But if you want my opinion, you haven't been acceptable. You've been remarkable.
Oh, that's so nice.
You saved his life. You did. Not some program.
Yeah, and you thought of these holographic lungs, which is sick.
How does a real doctor learn to deal with patients' emotional problems anyway?
They learn from experience.
Well, then an experience.
Then I guess you'll just have to learn, like the rest of us.
That's so cool. And it's cool that he is a hologram, right? And he's doing this.
I can't localize it, but we're losing power at a rate of 7% per minute.
Oh my god, all the power is just going for real.
Power drain is coming from somewhere in this chamber, Captain.
It's probably the stupid alien, stupid ship.
Energy directly from the warp nacelles.
Balana, shut down the warp core. Go to
Is
emergency.
that a trap, maybe? Did the alien ship mean for them to come here as a trap?
The phaser beam would ricochet along an unpredictable path, possibly impacting our ship in the process.
That's kind of cool, though.
All right.
She's gonna do it. Oh man, do it.
The phaser would continue to reflect off the bulkheads until it encountered a non-reflective material.
And then it would keep going, so it would show us the way. That is so awesome.
On screen.
That is so awesome. Now just follow the laser. Oh my god. Oh my god, they really are missing organs, aren't they? They needed them to live. What happened to them, though? Why did they look like that?
I'm Dareth of the Vidian Sodality.
I don't know who that is.
Gathering replacement organs and suitable biomass.
Replacement organs, there we go.
Only way we have to fight the Phage.
Phage.
It attacked our people over 2 millennia ago.
It's like the quickening, sort of.
Phage.
Our immunotechnology cannot keep up. The Phage...
Kill others to save yourself.
I have a great sympathy for what your race has endured.
Yeah, but we need the lungs back, bro.
To keep the organs you removed from one of our crew members. We need them back in...
He's like, oh, it's already in me.
And grafted them into Motora's body.
That's crazy.
They are a part of him.
They're in you, I'm taking them out. I'm going in there and taking them out.
So now I am left with the same choice you made. Whether to commit murder to save a life.
Yeah.
Or to allow my own crewman to die.
Janeway won't do either.
Before the Phage began, we were known as educators and explorers.
Oh, so this disease has really ravaged them.
If the consequence of this act is a death sentence, so be it.
Damn, he's ready.
At least it will put an end to my suffering.
Wow, what the heck?
But I have no such luxury. I don't have the freedom to kill you to save another.
Yes.
Culture finds that to be a reprehensible and entirely unacceptable act.
Yeah, I like that Janeway doesn't want to do that.
But I don't even have that ability here. And I am not prepared to carry you forever in our brig.
Oh, interesting, Janeway. So what does that mean?
See no other alternative but to let you go.
What? But what about the lungs? What about flippin' Neelix, bro?
Any aggressive actions against this ship or its crew will be met by the deadliest force.
Damn, Janeway.
Is that clear?
Yeah, that's so clear.
I want to see this crewman of yours that can serve no useful...
He's gonna sacrifice himself for him?
His simulated organs are primitive.
Doesn't this guy look like Freddy Krueger a little bit?
This is set to scan only.
Okay, thank you. There's no beep for the doctor. That's kind of funny.
The rest of you are healthy. You are compatible for organ transplant.
Wait a minute.
Wait, they're all compatible?
Talaxian physiology is different from that of anyone else on this ship.
Yeah, but these guys are organ transplant experts, so they would know.
Which of you will donate a lung?
She will. She will.
Absolutely not. It's too dangerous.
Bro, she's gonna have one lung.
Do it.
No, I want to do it, Neelix. I'm willing
Your
to
stamina?
take the risk.
So bad. She's gonna be able to run so much less.
I look forward to sampling your cooking, Mr. Neelix.
Yeah, me too, dude. It actually looked pretty good, even though he was destroying the whole ship.
Captain's log, supplemental. The aliens have successfully transplanted one of Kess's lungs into Neelix.
Oh, good.
To their vessel. We are resuming a course home.
Let's go home again. Neelix is fine. Neelix is fine. She has one lung. She has one lung.
The operation was a success. Neelix is asleep and breathing on his own now.
That's so good.
With your lung.
But now they can't do marathons anymore. That's out of the way.
You'll be a backup for Mr. Paris.
That's cool.
Or possibly a replacement.
He wants replacement.
When do we start?
We'll begin your lessons as soon as you've fully recovered.
Aww, I thought she was going to be a botanist, but she's turning out to be one of the nurses. Oh, what a sexy looking ship when it does that. That was a nice episode. That was a nice episode. It's nice to see Neelix, and sort of a Neelix episode. Also a cool Janeway episode. Also kind of scary beings episode. I don't know. Overall, I enjoyed the episode. I really liked the Neelix moment when he was stuck there and he was thinking about how he doesn't really want to live like that and stuff. I don't know. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed it overall. And that was my reaction to episode 4 of season 1 of Star Trek Voyager, Phage. Phage. I think, you know what? He said it away, and I'm pretty sure it was Phage. But now I'm thinking it's like Phage or something like that. I don't know. But I'm going to keep calling it Phage. Anyways, Phage, the Star Trek episode 4 of Voyager episode, season 1, all that stuff. This was a decent episode. I thought that the episode was really fun. I wish that they had utilized the asteroid mirrors a little bit more, although that was pretty cool. I wish they had kind of explained why the ship went there. I know they went there to hide, but like, I guess they just knew that that was a good hiding spot. I think the ending was a little abrupt. I think the ending just kind of happened really fast, where like we met with these people, this race. They explained that they were all sick and dying and that they needed these organ exchanges and stuff. And then they're like, oh, let me check Neelix. They scanned Neelix for a second and like, oh yeah, we can do it. And then he was just fixed. There's no procedure. There wasn't really any tension. It was like, we're going to fix him. And then like a voiceover, Janeway going, Neelix was fixed and he's now recovering in the sick bay and we are heading back home on our quest, you know, to get back to Earth or whatever. You know what I mean? And it was like, oh, okay, well, I kind of wish there was a little bit more tension, or maybe there was a montage of them fixing him or something just to add it in there. But I understand that we don't have time. I also wish we had a little bit more time with these guys, because I thought they looked really cool and their whole story was really interesting about, you know, their whole race having this disease called the Phage and how they're all dying, but you know, they need these organ transplants and stuff like that. One of them even says like, if he dies then at least he doesn't have to live with this Phage anymore and stuff, and he was kind of happy about that. So I wish we had spent more time with them and understanding them and getting to know that like moral gray that they are in, where they are doing this for survival, but at the same time they are killing these innocent people. So I don't know, it's interesting. Like on one hand they're being very greedy and stuff like that because they're taking the lives of others to keep their own life, but then at the same time they don't want to take other people's lives, and they were happy to fix Neelix's life. Like they just took it because they were desperate, but then that doesn't make it right. You know what I mean? So some really interesting concepts there, where I just wish that they had expanded on it in this episode a bit, because I felt like they just kind of reached the surface of what it could be. I really like the Neelix moment in this episode where he's trapped in the chamber and he wakes up for the first time and he starts to feel very claustrophobic pretty much immediately. It's just how I would feel as well. I'm not a big fan of enclosed spaces or anything like that, so if I was trapped in one of those cases like Neelix, I would be really scared too. And so I really understood where that was coming from, and I thought it was a pretty great moment for his character, because so far his character has been pretty goofy all around. Like he's had the goofy moments, you know, he hasn't had too many knowledgeable moments or anything besides a few times here or there, but he's never really been serious or had serious moments. So that was a really great moment for his character, to just be serious, to kind of state something he was afraid of, to state something that he doesn't like or want to do, and to elaborate on it to the audience. And I thought it was a good moment for his character overall, and I thought it was a greatly written moment in the show as well. The doctor in this episode was fun. I thought it was cool, and he's getting what's-her-face to be the nurse now. I forget her name. It's like Ness or Nass, something like that, but she's going to become the nurse now, which is really fun. I quite like her character, and she's the mother of Asa Butterfield or something, isn't she? Like it's her eye. Her eyes look exactly like his eyes, and if she's not, then I'll be surprised, but I think she is. Besides that, Tom Paris, it looks like he's going to be demoted from flippin' nurse, which is fine because he's not a great nurse anyways, but he didn't have that much experience. He just had more experience, you know what I mean? More experience than the other crew members on the bridge at the time, but I don't think he's going to be a good nurse. I think he's going to get kicked off for Nass or Ness or whatever her name was. And then finally, Janeway. Janeway had such a great moment in this episode when she's talking to the Phage people, and she's like walking around and she's like, I have sympathy for you, but that's no reason, blah, 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 and I need Neelix as long as blah, 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 blah. And she's like pacing around and saying this. Really great moment from her. It showed how knowledgeable she is of these situations, but also that how tough she is at times. I love how tough Janeway is. She just, you know, exudes toughness a lot, and I just love that from her. So anyways, let's get on to the next episode now. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to episode 5 of season 1 of Star Trek Voyager, The Cloud.
Our journey home is several weeks old now, and I have begun to notice in my crew and in myself a subtle...
I also spilt water on my sweater, on my shirt.
We are more than a crew, and I must find a way to be more than a captain to these people.
That's so awesome, actually.
To me exactly how to begin.
Yeah, they all miss home. They're the only humans. They represent the human race.
I've always been comfortable with that distance.
But now she has to get close to them.
Captain!
She's gonna be stuck here for 75 years. You better get close to people.
Stroll.
We should have the warp drive up and running by 0900 hours.
I love the glass floor.
Necessary. Maybe more than ever now, they need me to be larger than life.
Yeah, but they also need someone to talk to, you know, as a friend.
There's an ancient Chinese curse, Captain. May you live in interesting times. Mealtime is always interesting now that Neelix is in the kitchen.
Yeah, I bet it's pretty good though. I bet it's exciting.
Gourmet touch.
See you at duty call.
Yeah, I'll see you guys there too.
Should have asked her to join us.
Yeah, she wants to join you guys.
Wants to sit down? Why not? Because they don't.
Yeah, but she wanted to. She doesn't want to eat alone.
Well, who else is she supposed to get chummy with out here?
Yeah.
There aren't many other captains and admirals for her to talk to.
That's true.
I think you're working from an old rule book, Paris.
It's gonna be a fun episode, you know, dynamics in the ship now that we're officially lost in space for a few weeks. What the heck is that?
Do we have any coffee left?
No, but we have something even better.
I don't want something even better. I want...
No, I want it.
I'll use one of my replicator rations for coffee.
That would not be appropriate, Captain.
Why?
Further depleting our energy reserves, you need to encourage them by your own choices, don't you?
Oh, that makes sense, Neelix.
Fine. Give me your even better than coffee.
If this was Quark, he would charge you 5 bars of gold pressed platinum.
It's a tiny bit richer blend than you're used to, but
oh my god.
you'll learn to love it.
Oh my god, that's just gravy.
I just wanted to alert you to a nebula we've picked up on long-range sensors.
Put it on screen.
She'd rather be anywhere than with Neelix's coffee.
Magnify.
To be fair, that is beautiful.
Commander, set a new course. There's coffee in that nebula.
There's coffee in that goddamn nebula. Let's go, man. I don't know how these people are surviving without flipping coffee at the moment. Oh, that's exciting. Star Trek Voyager. See, I think you just gotta do like a little dance. Or maybe I need to think of words for that end part of the song. Because it feels a little awkward. I think Voyager. And then it just keeps going. But I don't have any more words to say, so I think I gotta think of some words to put there. Voyager is so good, oh yeah. Yeah, like something like that, you know?
Exploring this nebula should raise some spirits around here, don't you think, Commander?
No way to go but up.
Well, space is up and down, left to right, there's not really a direction.
A period of mourning that everyone's going through. It's a natural reaction.
Okay, because you're away from Earth for so long.
I wish we had a counselor on.
It's like finally setting in, you know?
Actually, yes.
Let me guess. Yours is a bear.
No. That's insulting.
Strike me as the bear type.
Thank you.
Mine is actually a little mouse.
Merely chooses to be with us.
Okay. If not a bear, then what?
A gopher.
We're approaching the perimeter of the nebula.
A slow to 1/3 impulse.
If you're interested, I'll be glad to teach you how to contact your animal guide.
I'm down.
Intermittent gamma and thermal emissions. Nothing our shields can't handle.
Mr. Paris.
Take her in.
I don't see them giving us any trouble.
Mr. Tuvok. Can you find a...
Interesting dual focus here.
Mr. Kim, that is a comment we would prefer not to hear from a senior officer on the bridge.
Ha! Yeah.
Density has increased to 42%.
Cause.
But isn't Mr. Kim a junior officer as well? He's super young.
Return force ratio of 4.1. Recommend we shut down impulse and go to thrusters.
Acknowledged.
Okay, let's do it.
Density's still increasing. Up by 70% now.
Damn, we're like thick sludge clouds.
12,400 kilometers.
Maintain course and...
Oh my days.
We're at a dead stop now.
Shutting down thrusters.
This is why you never go into random clouds, guys.
How far are we from the particles, Lieutenant?
Just over 7,000 kilometers.
Okay, can we break that barrier? She wants that coffee.
All right. Maximum shields. Engage full thrusters for 4 seconds and then drop to 1/4.
Cool. Okay, that was actually pretty sick.
The words, you've never seen anything like it. Oh, I promise not to tell the junior officers.
Yeah, he was just scared.
This ship is the match of any vessel within 100 light years, and what do they do with it? Well, let's see if we can find some space anomaly today that might rip it apart.
You know what, though? That's so fair.
You don't care a great deal about your crew and introduce them to the specter of death at every opportunity.
That's actually so fair, you know. It's been 3 weeks and they've almost died twice and you've lost a lung.
Casting about, I wouldn't exactly call it wonderful.
Damn. Damn, Cass, okay. Kissing him. She's kissing him. That was not funny.
Inside a nebula before.
Damn. Oh my god, ruins everything, this stupid nebula. What are these, slime creatures?
Fire.
Taurus to bridge.
Go ahead.
These things are sticking to the hull.
Oh my god.
And I'm showing a drain on our energy reserve.
So they're draining your energy and sticking to you.
Recommend we shut down all non-essential systems.
Do it.
Reversing shield polarity hasn't had any effect.
You went here for more coffee and you're gonna get less coffee after this. It's not gonna work this time.
We're not penetrating the energy barrier.
Wow, we don't have enough power.
Started. Our best chance is to burn the aft thrusters beyond the recommended limits.
Proceed.
Acknowledge.
Ah.
Disposal, Captain.
and no way to replace them after they're gone.
Yeah, true.
Thrusters at 105%.
Use them only for emergencies.
Give me a 2-second blast from the forward phaser bank.
Firing phasers.
That did nothing.
Ready a photon.
Really, we're getting one.
Assuming we can reach the energy.
So we're only gonna have 37.
Coordinates set.
Fire.
Oh my god, I can't believe we used a torpedo for this. Go, go, go!
There's a Taurian ice storm out there.
35,000 kilometers to perimeter.
Come on. Oh my god, we did it.
We've cleared the central mass.
They're out of the stupid cloud.
How much of our energy reserves did we lose, Ensign?
11%, Captain.
Damn, that's like 500 coffees.
I'm just gonna have to give up coffee.
That's what I'm saying.
Dark enough for you?
Oh my god. I knew it was Tom too. I was gonna say, there's only one man who'd sneak into Harry's room at night, Tom.
In order to be reminded of something, you have to first...
I remember being in my mother's womb.
Right.
That's insane.
So what is it you have to show me?
What do you remember inside the womb, Harry?
This is where I spent most of my second semester at the academy. I chose the Starfleet base outside of Marseille for my physical training.
Oh, that's nice.
And the French always had a thing about you, Monsieur Thomas.
Oh my days.
Been in her family over 600 years.
Tommy, it's about time. I've been waiting for you.
Oh my days. He has 2 women?
Everyone knows about your bite, Sandrine. It's when you start sucking blood, they get scared.
That's crazy.
Monsieur.
She's just moved on.
Try to get in the mood, huh? Sorry. I learned a great deal that semester at the...
So can you eat holographic food? Does it fill you up?
From me.
I found this place just after my pocket.
The women competing for Tom is so funny.
I thought it might be fun to program in some of the great players to shoot with.
8 ball on the cross side.
Easy for him.
I don't suppose you'd care to wager a fin on a game or two.
Oh, he's not ready for you yet, Gary. Let me teach him a few tricks first.
Oh, Tom versus Gary. Let's go.
You shrug it off, or you like to make the rest of us think you're shrugging it off.
I really like this from Tom and Harry.
Don't you?
What?
Of course he misses Earth.
Computer, activate emergency medical holographic program.
What's up?
The medical emergency.
Why do you always have to say that?
Yeah, you don't have to say it.
Now there's an interesting concept. A hologram that programs himself. Create a family, raise an army.
I know a little about holograms.
Raise an army is crazy.
In the Jupiter Station Holo Programming Center you can write to. His name is Zimmerman. He looks a lot like me, actually.
Yeah, we met him before in DS9.
What were we doing in a nebula? No, wait, don't tell me. We were investigating.
Yep, exactly.
Why pretend we're going home at all? All we're going to do is investigate every cubic millimeter of this...
I like that. So funny. That's so good.
Air crews have degaussed the hull, Captain.
Good. Let's plan an 0700 departure. What's this?
How to find the animal?
I've never shown it to anyone before. After what you said this morning, I thought it was important to let you see.
Is this guy actually indigenous, the actor?
Powerful being who will embrace this woman and give her the answers she seeks.
That's cool.
You must not discuss with me what you see, or you will offend your animal guide.
Wow, this is beautiful. She might actually get a goldfish. She's near the ocean.
That is the one you will speak to. Do you see an animal?
Oh, I hope it's a crab. Oh, a lizard. Okay, that's fair. Oh.
I hope that you have better luck with yours than I had with mine.
Bellona's the only one I know who tried to kill her animal guide.
That's crazy. What was her animal? It was like a mouse or something. Watch.
Of a much larger life form.
That's cool.
It appears, Captain, that this nebula is not a nebula at all.
It's an alive thing?
And blew a hole in it with a photon torpedo. I'd say it's a pretty good chance that you did
Computer,
something fairly
mute audio.
significant.
Yeah, I mean, so fair.
The breach we made.
That would be a logical conclusion.
It's also a logical conclusion that...
The doctor in the background.
The Omicron particles almost suggests we were entering a vital organ.
Oh, like the heart or the brain.
Any ideas how we could stimulate regeneration?
Lieutenant Torres has the answer.
What's her answer?
A nucleonic beam along the edges of the breach should theoretically promote regeneration.
Let's do it then.
Bravo.
Commander.
That was nice from the doctor, actually.
Dismissed.
The Bantan is a little on the spicy side.
That actually looks pretty good.
You'll be fine.
All personnel report to stations. Yellow alert.
Aww.
It's actually a life form, and we've got to go back in to repair some damage we did to it. Chakotay out.
Go back in! Hello?
He's like, what are we doing? We're crazy.
But for the moment, find yourself a seat with a good view. Because, just like Jonah and the whale, You're going in.
Oh, cool.
Is that final?
Dismissed. That's a Starfleet expression for get out.
Yeah, see what I mean? Janeway is just tough sometimes.
Thrusters engaged.
Red alert.
Okay, and there's the barrier, right?
Repel some of the dust out there.
Without causing further harm to the creature.
I believe so, Captain.
Imagine he was wrong and it just killed the creature. Then what do you do?
Bring us into position.
Coming about 40 degrees.
Oh no.
Multipolar charges. They're not like anything we saw the first time.
Shields at 80.
It's really trying to defend itself now, I think. Whoa. Whoa, that was cool. That's a sick shot.
Approximately 70,000 kilometers from our former position. Deeper inside the creature than...
Deeper inside the creature?
Let's hope it has a slow digestive process.
We're really in the belly of the beast.
Showing Omicron particles in these currents.
Affirmative, Captain.
So that's the blood.
We could get in one of those currents and surf that.
A ship? The ship is smaller than the blood vessel, bro.
For refreshment. Eyeless pate, falata onion crisps, stuffed cardaway.
This guy really finds the craziest times to serve food.
Mr. Vulcan, it might even help you loosen up. Or not.
Yeah, he is not taking one.
Scanners are showing the regeneration rate up only 0.04%. I don't know.
So we need more.
As inspiration, I've drawn on an ancient medical technique known as a suture.
Suture.
Fiber was used to stitch together a wound to allow it to heal naturally.
How does that...
That makes sense. I mean, we use that.
Then it is very likely that this vessel could serve the life form's needs in much the same manner as a suture.
So we can stitch it with Voyager.
Without getting the hell beat out of us again.
That's your problem, not mine. Doctor out.
Yeah, he was just giving a suggestion. He's like, bro, I don't know.
When I had to clean out a cut on my dog's leg, I needed to create a little diversion first to take her mind off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Standing by.
Launch microprobe.
Cool. Oh my god. It's getting distracted. There we go.
Fire it!
Come on. Oh, it's so cool.
Position. Engineering. Direct 2 nucleonic beams fore and aft, parallel to the central axis of the ship.
And it's gonna build like this. Cool. It's literally pulling a cloud together.
10.
Disengage nucleonic beam. Fire thrusters.
Cool.
Now, Mr. Paris.
Come on, Paris. Get out of there.
Rate is up 40%, Captain. Looks like it's well on the way to closing that wound.
And we made it out of there.
We set out to augment our energy reserves and wound up depleting them by over 20...
Yeah, no coffee for you, Janeway.
Turning in for the night, Captain?
Actually, I'm going to talk to an animal and then turn in.
The lizard?
But if you'd care to join us, you'd be welcome.
Oh, that's so
Join
nice.
you where?
Oh, that's so nice. I like that he's not afraid to invite the captain.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's supposed to think, too.
Awesome.
One always knows when a woman of good breeding enters a room.
That's crazy.
Before I take you to my private felucca on the wharf and make passionate love to you.
That's crazy.
Treat a lady like a tramp, and a tramp like a lady never fails.
What?
Pool. Right. Pool's the one with the pockets.
Bilius doesn't have pockets? I thought they were the same sport. Oh my god.
It's called a Q, Captain.
Q. All right. So what do we do?
Oh, I thought she was gonna be good, but I think she's a beginner. Oh my god, she is good. Yeah, she's done this before. What?
I've got a lot to teach.
That's crazy.
8 ball in the side pocket.
No look. No look. I wonder how long that took.
We'll embrace this good crew and give them the answer they seek.
That was a fun episode. I liked the episode. We got into the psyche of some of the crew a little bit. Harry and Paris' relationship was formed. Also a random galaxy thing thrown in there as well. Fun episode, I'll be honest. Fun episode today. And I really like Tom and Harry's relationship. I think that's really fun. I like the captain getting to know everyone at the end of the episode. I thought that was cool. Yeah, just overall, I enjoyed this episode. And that was my reaction to The Cloud, episode 5 of season 1 of Star Trek Voyager. And that was a fun episode. I liked that episode more than Phage. I don't think I liked it more than time and again. I'm not going to do this for every episode just because we're at the start of the season. I still like remember a lot of the episodes and stuff. But yeah, The Cloud was a fun episode of the show. I liked where the show was heading, and I wish, again, this is the thing that I'm noticing about Voyager at the moment, and something that I think it's just a season 1 issue. And the same thing happened with Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and then it got better and it got fleshed out. So I have hope with Voyager as well, and obviously I'm going to stick to it and everything. But the thing that I'm noticing about Voyager, and again, same thing that happened with DS9, and same thing that happened with TNG in that first season, in the few episodes that I watched of the first season, is that I feel like they're either trying to do too much in an episode, or they don't get into something enough to make it feel substantial, if that makes any sense. So for this episode, for instance, I thought it was a really fun episode, and I thought the idea of exploring the crew dynamics 3 weeks into this journey to be really fascinating, because yes, these people are alone in the Delta Quadrant. What the captain said at the very start of the episode I thought was really, really impactful, where she's like, look, we're stuck. I said that weirdly, didn't I? We're stuck in the Delta Quadrant. We're the only representatives of the human race. We're the only humans for 75 years, like, around us. You know what I mean? Like, it would take 75 years to travel somewhere to basically find humans again. So we're stuck in space. We're the only humans. And as a crew, we're starting to feel that now. You know what I mean? We're starting to feel that loneliness, feel that emptiness, and feel that space between us and home, and almost losing connection to that at times, or at least really missing the connection. And so I really liked that Janeway was saying that at the start of the episode, and I was excited to explore that. But I just felt like we didn't explore it enough. Like, I almost wish that whole galaxy situation, which was cool in its own right, I thought that was really fun. We had some really cool shots of the Voyager ship flying through the galaxy and the clouds, at the pink clouds, and there's like lightning around it and stuff. Some really cool shots and some interesting concepts. Cool to see a galaxy as an animal. But I almost wish that wasn't in the episode. I almost wish that the entire episode was like laser focused on the crew dynamics and the crew feeling lonely in space, the crew missing the connections to Earth and trying to find the connections with each other. And when the show was doing that in this episode, I thought that's when this episode was at its peak. The ending of this episode, when Janeway walks in, when Tom and Harry were talking about, you know, the rules, the social rules of being a captain and not letting a captain sit at the table and not asking a captain to do that, but the captain has to offer for them to sit at the table. You know, all of that stuff, I thought those were the highlights of the episodes, and those were the parts of the episodes that I was excited for. Even like the spirit animal stuff, I thought was really interesting. And again, this like connection with Janeway to home and stuff that I wanted to explore, because the episode set that theme up at the very start, and I was like, okay, this is really interesting. Our crew are lonely, our crew are kind of afraid a little bit, our crew feel very desolated, and they are very desolated. Let's explore that. And I just felt like the show in general, not just this episode but all the episodes, they have these cool themes, but they just stay a little bit too surface level with them, or they interweave them with something completely random, like the galaxy in this episode, for instance. And this is not a Voyager problem. This is a Star Trek problem for season 1s and some of the earlier seasons. DS9 had the same problem, where the first few seasons were definitely had rocky moments. And so I'm expecting this with Voyager, and then I'm expecting it to get better as well. I'm just telling you what I'm noticing at the moment. But yeah, I do really like Harry and Tom's dynamics. The whole pool stuff, whenever they were in the pool room, I really enjoyed that. Them just hanging out, getting to know each other. Paris is just such a player. That's all I can say. He's just making out with like every woman he sees, basically, and he literally made a hologram woman who just follows him around and makes out with him and stuff, which is insane. But you know what, power to him, I guess. If you had the power to do that, I guess why not? But like, insane at the same time. Janeway's connection with everyone I thought was great in this episode. Neelix and the Doctor both making fun of how Voyager is supposed to be getting home, but then keep getting distracted and almost killing the crew, I thought was super, super funny. The Doctor, when he gets muted and he's like walking around in the background, looking at the ceiling and stuff, and then waving at everything, I just thought that was a really funny moment. So some really good moments in this episode, and a great theme to have for the episode. I just wish they had dove deeper into that theme. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's reactions. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. If you're watching this on YouTube or on Patreon, there is going to be, I was thinking about it throughout this video, there is going to be a break there is going to be a break between this episode and the rest of Voyager, basically, because I'm going away for a month to Uganda to teach, which is going to be super fun. But that just means that this is the last episode I'm going to get to record before I go on my trip, which means there's going to be a month break, basically, between this episode releasing on YouTube and the next episodes of Voyager being released on YouTube, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, there might be some new episodes. Like I might already be back from Uganda by the time that this episode comes out on YouTube, which means there might be some episodes on Patreon. Maybe episodes like 6 and 7 might be on Patreon right now for my extra early access. But if they're not on Patreon, they'll be up there very soon, and then 3 weeks later they'll be out on YouTube. So just, you need to be patient. There'll be a little bit of a break. It's a weird break, just like 6 episodes into a season, 5 episodes into a season, but that's just how the world works. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Star Trek Voyager.